Hello students, as you are discussing observing on board, we are going to discuss about graphical representation of data. In data handling chapter, we discussed what is data, type of data, how we arrange the data by using different methods, what is frequency distribution table, how we use that table to find the mean, median and mode, all these things. In this chapter, we are going to represent data, that collection of data, by using some pictorial way. Actually, representing the data is two way. How we represent data? That is a two method. One is by using table, by using your data, and other one is by using graph, by using pictures. Pictures means pictorial, that is your graph. So in this chapter we are going to discuss about graph. Actually there are different types of graph we use to represent the data. These graphs are, first one is your bar graph, second one is your line graph, pie charts, and so on. Many more are there. These are some examples. So we are going to discuss one by one these types of graphs. So let's start. Bar graphs. The first one is your bar graphs. Bar graphs or bars or rectangular pictures, all these things are same. Bar graph in form of bar we represents the grouped data. We always represent group data by using bar graph. For example, I am taking one example from some exercise. There is a survey between some school and they observe about the games played by some students. How many students play the given games? For example, we have football, hockey, cricket. First one is your football, then cricket. All these are group data, na? Cricket is one group, football is another group, hockey is another group. Clear? Okay, I am taking only 3 examples. Now, number of students, those who are playing these games, that is that survey in a school. Suppose football played by near about 200 students in a school play football. More students like cricket, so 300 students like cricket only, and hockey, very less students like hockey, it's a 150. So this is the data what we observe from the survey. Clear? The strength of the school is near about 650. So this is a data. How we represent this data? By using graph. So in bar graph, as I discussed with you in class 7, we already discussed that bars must be equal width, and we plot these graphs on any sheet of paper. It's for this no requirement of graphs. First we draw x-axis and y-axis. This is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. Now we choose some points which is at fixed distance on x-axis. This axis is represented only for the grouped data, that is your football, cricket, hockey, whatever it is given as a group. This x-axis is for grouped part. Clear? Always remember that these should be equal distance. Clear? Now see, these are the variable part. Now means number, these are the data. So data or variable part of frequency we write over here, starting from the equal distance. It's a, and each represents some unique number. Clear? It's your 100, then it's a 200, it's a 300, it's a 400. And this is one for football, this is for cricket, this is for hockey. Now, what representation of graph says? The graph says that a bar chart of bar graph is a representation of group data by using rectangular boxes. By using rectangular boxes on a graph or on a x-axis, where the height of the graphs represents the actual data which is plotted on y-axis. This is the concept of your bar graph. So we can plot this bar graph. See, for football there are 200 students. Be careful, the bars must be at equal distance and their width must be equal. Clear? So I am first decide the width of the graph. Though I am using my free hand, so distance may be vary. You must use your scale and pencil. So it's the first one is your 200. This is for football. Next one is your 300. Sorry. This is for cricket, and 150 for hockey. Where is 150? See, 150 must be in between 100 and 200. This one. So 150 is this one. Now what? Always use pencil to draw these graphs. So this is the pictorial representation of this data. From this we can easily describe the data. These are in form of bars, so these are known as your bar graph. Sometimes bar graphs may be vertical, means we change the position of this physical quantity to this side and this one to this side. That one is known as a line bar graph, but that is, we use that type of bar graph we rarely use. Generally we use this type of bar graph. So this is your representation of bar graph. Hope this is clear to you. Suppose only the graph is given to you. This graph is only given to you, and question asked to you that describe this graph, what this indicate. So from this graph you can easily say that number of students or number of person play football, cricket and hockey. So this is the interpretation of bar graph. Sometimes in question bar graph is given to you and question asked from the graph that how many students are playing football. So by seeing the graph you can see there are 200 students. Which game is most liked by the students? So it's a cricket. Which is least liked by student? That is your hockey. What is the number of survey, total number of survey? What is the number of students among which this survey occurred? So we can see it's a 300 plus 200 plus 150, it's a 650. So likewise questions may ask from you. Now, next topic is double bar graph. What is the double bar graph? If this type of bar graph is used when we compare the same data with two different objects from two different collectors. For example, temperature of 2 year of a given month, average temperature. Suppose it is given that temperature of month of March, April and May for two different cities. Now cities are Delhi and Mumbai. Clear? Two different sorry, Delhi and Nainital I will take, so it's clear to you. And this month of March, first one is your month of March, clear, then April, then May. Now we are comparing the temperature of two different cities. One is your Delhi, other one is your Nainital. Both are closer to each other, near about closer. One is in Delhi, other is Uttarakhand. So temperature of Delhi is in the month of March, average temperature is your 30 degrees centigrade. It's a 30 degrees centigrade. And in the month of April, it's a 35 degrees centigrade. And in the month of May, it increases to 40 degrees centigrade. This is the temperature of your Delhi. Now Nainital, the famous hill station Nainital. In the month of March, the temperature is, so you can say it's 20 degrees centigrade. Clear? In the month of April, this will increases to 30 degrees centigrade, and in the month of May, temperature difference is 35 degrees centigrade. How we represent? By using double bar graph these two data, or compare these two data by using double bar graph. As same as bar graph, we plot both the axes. Now choose some equal distance. Clear? Now we can write down the month. It's a March. Clear? We leave some gaps, April and May. Now we have to represent each city's temperature on a single format. So we use some two data, and two graphs must be equal. So we can use scale to choose the equal distance. Likewise. Clear? Now temperature are, we can use 0, 5. This one is for 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so this is your 10, 20, 30 and 40 degrees centigrade temperature in centigrade. So these are the half of the this one. So it's a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So these are temperatures. So first we check the temperature of the city Delhi. In Delhi there is a 30 degrees centigrade. So this is the graph for Delhi in the month of March, then 35 degrees centigrade in the month of April. This is your April. Now in May it's 40 degrees centigrade, gradually rising. Okay. It's a 40 degrees centigrade. Use your scale to draw the graph. Now for the Nainital, we use first one is your 20 degrees centigrade. So 20 degrees centigrade, this is for Nainital, but we have to use some shaded part so that you can easily distinguish both the data, both the bars. Then in April there is a 30 degrees centigrade. And in the month of May it's a 35 degrees centigrade. Clear? Now erase all these lines. So this is the plotting the bars of different cities. These are for Delhi, these shaded are for Nainital for month of March, April and May. This is your temperature, which is a variable one. This is your group data, group for March, April and May. But how you find out that which one is for Delhi, which one is for Nainital? So we marked some indication. This is for Delhi and this one is for Nainital. So this is the comparing the two different graphs or two different data in a single bar graph. This is known as your double bar graph. If only the graph is given to you, you can easily find out that this is a comparison of two cities of the month of temperature of the month of March, April and May. These cities are Delhi and Nainital. This is for Delhi and these cities are for Nainital. So all these are the discussion about bar graph. Hope you are now you are able to solve all the questions given in your exercise regarding exercise. In next video we will discuss about histogram. So that's all for this video. Thank you.